What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? You know, here's a video I never thought in a million years I'd ever have to make, but here we are. But before we get into the whole meat and potatoes of this whole thing, I want to tell you a little story. Worked corrections for about 13 and a half, maybe a total of 14 years, give or take. And in that time, I've seen some shit, okay? But one phenomenon that would happen quite often, you'd be in a cell block or you'd be in a pod, depending on the type of facility you work at, and you'd be doing basically what they call as a safety check, a code 20. And be walking up and down the halls, just peeking into the cells, the rooms, just ensuring everyone's safe. You know, no one's getting beat up, no one's getting raped, no one's hanging, that type of thing. Now and again, you get that one guy that be in the window waiting for you. He heard the keys opening up the block. He heard the keys walking down the hall, whatever the case may be. But you get to that one door and you look into the room and there'd be a fucking face right there. I'd say, hey, how's it going today? You get you to, fuck you, piece of shit, or rent a cop, whatever the hell they wanted to call me. More times than not, just let it go. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they think they're a tough guy. I don't care. It's none of my business, nor do I give a shit. But then it would escalate to, go ahead, open the fucking door, see what's up. See what's up. Yo, what's good? You know, whatever the fuck. Keys would come out. I'd open that door. I'd take a step back and be like, you want to have a conversation? Come on. And almost without fail, the tune would change instantly. And we'd go into a conversation about how he misses his goldfish, or about the spades game I had with him the night before and how they suck at spades. And, you know, I'm the man. And then the conversation would end. I'd put him back in the room and I'd secure the door and walk away. Now, I have no delusions that ended any hatred or anything. You know, I'm sure as soon as I walked away, fuck that dude, he's lucky I didn't fuck him up. You know, tough guy. We used to call those guys window warriors. I'm pretty sure you've heard the expression before. That person that'll pop off and talk a lot of shit when they know that there's a barrier there, or there's someone there to intervene should something escalate further. Now, before I get to the point of why I'm even talking about that, I'm sure you can figure it out by now. I want to say that when it comes to trolling, I actually have a deep respect for the craft. I do believe it is a craft. It is a skill that some people have, especially if they're very witty and clever. They pick out the things that most people wouldn't see and they comment on it in a witty kind of way. Now, I can see where a lot of people might take a little step back from it, get offended, and or have their feelings hurt. For me personally, it takes a lot to rattle my cage. It really does. Like I said, I've worked in corrections. I've seen it all. I've been hit with objects. I've had shit and piss thrown at me. I've been stabbed. I've been shot once. I was held hostage for about 8 or 9 hours or so, give or take, being kicked and punched the whole time. Growing up, I had kind of a tough time here too. So believe me when I say I've seen some shit. I've done some shit. It takes a lot to really get under my skin. It really does. Especially if you are an identityless individual. And when I say that, I don't mean that you don't have a personal identity, but you're a window warrior. Except in this case, you're hiding behind one of these and a screen. And no true identity. A vague idea of a person behind a keyboard. And even those people I kind of have a little respect for. It's the people who decide to take it that next step further. They don't have the skill. They don't have the clever thinking. They can't pick out those little nuances and make that witty little retort to it that I have no respect for. The people who just go straight for hatred and anger, I have no respect for them. And I don't think that these individuals will ever grow up to be a true man or woman. I think they're pieces of shit, and I think they need to rethink their fucking lives. Now, I personally have been very lucky. 450 subscriptions, X amount of years doing this for fun, by the way, just for fun. No real trolling, really. I had one guy talk about my teeth and how old I was. and kept telling me that I was going to die soon. You're an old man. You're going to die soon. And I guess that's kind of trolling. He wasn't commenting on what the subject was about. And I got another individual who's very current event, who's been trying, and I've been allowing it. People are like, just block the fucking prick. Why? Why? What's he gonna do? You know what I mean? He's gonna get on his keyboard and he's gonna say some shit that makes no sense to anything other than shit that we already know. I know my teeth are fucked up. I know I can lose some weight. I know I'm 43 years old and I got lots of gray in my beard, okay? But when they're not clever and they just go straight for the hatred, it kind of aggravates the fuck out of me. But you know what? I still let it go. I still let it go. And I think what happened with this one individual is he's seeing it's not rattling my cage. It's not getting under my skin and I'm not getting pissed off about it. So he starts attacking other people within the comments. That's the type of shit that will aggravate me. It won't get under my skin and it won't jostle my fucking cage at all. I'm not rattled. But when you go straight, especially to one of the female commenters, and you start using words like cunt for no reason, they haven't even said nothing to you. So even if this person was a cunt, you still have no bearings for it. And talking about vulgar acts that should be performed between, say, me and this individual, that's when I kind of draw the line. And not because I don't think this person can handle it, not because I don't think some people, maybe it would bug them. Maybe deep down inside it may bother them. Maybe it wouldn't. That's not for me to decide. I can't determine other people's emotions. Okay? And regardless if the emotions are extreme or unnecessary, it's still that person's emotions. It's still how they feel, and it has to be respected and understood, even if you don't understand it. I dated a girl a long time ago. Out of her fucking mind. This chick was fucking just lunatic. Her kids brought somebody over to play. Apparently it was a kid that was a little dirtier than normal. They played in the living room on a GameCube. Okay? She came home and found out this individual was in the house, lost her mind. That kid's so filthy, threw away all of her makeup. I have to buy all new makeup now because that dirty person was... That's extreme, okay? I can't deny how she feels because she obviously feels that way. And I'm not going to belittle her for it, though it was a bit crazy. So the point I'm getting at is regardless of how someone feels about something, whether you agree with it or you understand it, doesn't mean shit, okay? There's also that possibility that the person may be showing a face, and deep down inside, they may be like, oh my God, I can't believe that person did this and that person did that. So that's why I'm making this video. The individual knows who he is. And I've mentioned him in a number of videos, just in joking. Even you, and I'm not even going to say his name in here. Right? Most of you will know who I'm talking about. Just to let him know, I know you're there, dude. Don't worry. I know you're there. I'm just not commenting because you're a fucking idiot. And you're not adding anything to this. He's just being a hateful little puke that thinks he's trolling. But he's really not trolling. He's being something else. He's being a cancer, is what he's being. I finally responded to one of his comments, and I just said, dude, I wish I could meet your mom so I could punch her in the face for giving birth to you. And after I said it, I said, maybe that was a little too extreme. I would never punch anyone's mom. But then I got thinking, maybe mom and or dad, if either one of them is still around, I don't know. Maybe they've passed on. I don't want to show any disrespect even to this puke. Because it's still his folks. Should they both or neither be there anymore. But if they are or were, they fucked up. They failed somewhere. They failed. And I can't blame this kid. Was it the Karate Kid? There's no such thing as a bad student, just a bad teacher. And I don't know if it's just a sign of this generation. I don't know if it's just a sign that this particular kid has problems and that's how he has to lash out to feel better about it. Maybe he needs to get some help. I don't know. Now, my first take on this was angry, talking about, you motherfucker, find me. And I said my name and what town I'm in. And in my Facebook, I'm like, come find me. Let's have a conversation. Just like opening that cell door. So it's knocked over my coffee. Just like opening that cell door. Step on out, young man. Let's have a conversation. What's bothering you today? Do you miss your goldfish? That kind of thing. But I deleted that one because it was unnecessary and it made me feel better afterwards. It was therapeutic. A lot of times in therapy, they talk about write down all your shit, read it, and then rip it. And in this weird magical way, some of those feelings and thoughts do kind of go away. I mean, the problems are still there if you're not working on them. But you feel a little better. The heaviness of it all just kind of goes away, and then you can proceed forward. So I don't know if this cat needs some help or if he's just an angry, ugly, hateful puke. I don't care. I just want to come out and say that from now on, trolling in a negative, will not be tolerated here. I don't block people. I don't ban people. I don't do any of that shit because who cares, But I may start doing that. If the individual who does this, and I'm not talking about just this one, I'm talking about anybody from here forward, just goes hateful. Just goes straight hateful and starts attacking people personally, Responding to it, I guess, case by case basis, if you respond back to it. But yeah, I guess I'm just fed up with this cat. Your trolling sucks, dude. You need another job. You need to find something else to do, okay? You suck at trolling, so now you're getting angry and you're starting to attack people I consider friends. I know we're not buddies. We never hung out. This is my family. And I'd hate to tell you what I would have done to you in my teens and 20s if someone fucked with my family. Hate to tell you what I would have done back in the day, but that's neither here nor there. I'm 43 years old. I've grown up. And that's that. So, guys, I really do appreciate you listening to this if you got this far. I just wanted to make people aware that I'm aware of it. I wanted to set some limits, even though they probably won't be. They won't be fulfilled. They won't be listened to, because it is a free country after all. It's a free world, in fact, especially when you got a fucking keyboard in front of your face and you're typing away. I don't have an identity, but I'm going to try to be a tough guy. It's funny, I was watching Cobra Kai, and there was one episode where Johnny Lawrence is teaching his students, and he has nothing but students of misfits, the kids who are always picked on. He's trying to bring their life up. I'm not going to talk too much about it because you haven't seen it yet. Great series. I've watched it twice now. And they're talking about comments online. He's like, wait a minute. You guys are a bunch of pussies, not meaning the people being picked on, but the people who use the computer or text messaging. He's like, in my day, if you wanted to pick on someone, you did it to their face. Your generation's a bunch of pussies. And I was actually going to take that clip and put it at the beginning of this, but I'm not going to do that. Not going to do it because one, it's too new. I think this YouTube would flag the fuck out of this thing. Probably take it down because it's their property. But that got me thinking. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's right. This generation sucks. There's no real tough guys out there anymore. It's all computers and fucking keyboards and identity and faceless diarrhea coming out of the mouth. So, guys, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you always so much for watching. Sorry I had to make this video. I really do. 13, 14 minutes having to talk to you about some douchebag who's going a little too far. So I will deal with it the best I can. If I have to block people, I'll block them, whatever. And we'll just move on, For the most part, I have a great audience. This community is awesome. Even if you don't follow me, community like I'm here on Atari.io. Such an amazing community. Great community. In a community that could totally be full of fucking douchebags, believe me. Collectors of retro stuff can be real fucking sick people. But either way, so I hope everyone's having a great day. Weather's been phenomenal. It's finally starting to get warm if you're getting into that summer weather stuff. Me, I personally like it a little chilly out. I like hoodie weather. I hate sweating. And as a fat kid, I fucking sweat a lot. So guys, again, I hope everyone's having a great day. So until next time, take care, creep it real. Be cool to each other, for fuck's sake.